Everybody,
Triple
and welcome back.
H,
What?
you son of a fucking bitch. How
Whoa.
dare you? How dare you? And this is demonetized even though it's not monetized. Anyway, we're at war now, Triple H. Raw recap? What is this? What is this I'm seeing?
I will say I would have appreciated a bit of a warning before we started this
I
that you
totally
were gonna.
warned you. I totally warned you.
You warned me like 40 minutes ago, and I forgot.
Totally warned. I don't know how you.
How do I forget that? Because we just did a whole other thing where you didn't do this.
Whatever, man. 2K can suck my ass.
Whoa.
Fucking
Wow.
Triple H is out here. Triple H is out here declaring war on us, basically. Indirect. Indirect, what I say. He's not even man enough to do it directly.
Well, the problem is he doesn't even know who we are.
Oh, he knows, man. He knows we be doing double thumbs downs. I be doing double
He knows you
thumbs
be
downs,
doing it.
okay?
Don't drag
But
we
then
into this.
Morgan
You did
uses,
this.
like, I do double thumbs downs. Craig knows, man. Craig knows.
Craig, no, yeah, that don't mean nothing. Triple H is just over there doing a Raw recap. You thought it sounded catchy.
Raw recap, man. It
I
sounds
know
very
you're.
similar. I'm just saying it sounds very
I know
similar to
it
what we
sounds
doing
similar.
over
I
here.
know. Look, I'm not saying you're wrong.
And it's basically, it's going to be a Google war, okay? It's going to be who's popping up when they search up Wrassle Recap. Is it going to be Wrassle Recap or is it going to be WWE corporate show?
I mean, listen, I just, for once in my life, I now know what it's like to be AEW.
That we are not AEW level, but from watching AEW, from watching WCW go up against WWE, we know it doesn't end well. We know it doesn't end well.
This is what it was like for AEW to be going, doing the war, quote unquote, and for Vince to be sitting over there going, I don't even know who you are.
Exactly. All I know is Triple H has had it out for me for a while. And I've been calling him out on Twitter. I have been doing that. I have been calling him out on Twitter.
What have you been saying on Twitter?
Me and possibly my friend. What
Your
was his
friend?
name? Giovanni Tortellini. Him.
Oh, yeah, him? Yeah, I know him.
He's been talking shit about Triple H. And Triple H didn't think too kindly of that. Probably he said, fuck it, Raw recap. We need a recap Raw.
Do you have any example tweets that you sent out that might have upset him? Or,
Of course I do. But
of
I'm not
course,
going to look for them because it's probably at the bottom.
I mean, one or two, just one or two that you remember off the top of your head.
No, I don't remember any of that. But it was
Unbelievable.
pretty heinous. Or it was something about the theme song and DIY song, something like that.
All right. See, this lack of focus, this is why we're losing the Raw recap. Anyway.
What do you mean? You know me, man. I don't even remember who we talked about in the last episode. What's her name? Lyra? Lyra, what's her last name?
Lyra Valkyria, the
Nah,
one
that
you
can't be it. That can't be it.
the one you said you were going to forget about during Women's History Month, no less. Wow.
That can't be it, man. That can't. Oh, whatever. Anyway, this is the war episode of Wrassle Recap. Welcome to Wrassle Recap.
Not the
My
war
name is
episode.
Vincent.
My name is
Yes.
Chris. My name is Chris, and we're here talking
Talk about
about.
2K.
No, we're talking about Ray Phoenix
You talk
first.
about
Since you
2.
you made a whole
Okay.
point. No, you made a whole point about no Ray Phoenix is the biggest thing. We gotta talk about Ray Phoenix. Ray Phoenix. Then you come in here with your whole Triple H. I hate you, you son of a bitch. We're talking about 2K now.
That's what you wanted to talk about.
Yeah,
Ray
I
Phoenix.
what?
Speaking of people who were at war, Ray Phoenix was at war with Tony Khan for months. I mean, he's been through it. He's said a lot of stuff about how he was tortured and this and that. Not exact quotes, but basically. And
He
yeah, I mean, now he's finally been released, it seems.
Yeah, there are reports he's been released a free agent, most likely heading to WWE with Penta. And you know what? Good for him. If that's what he wants, good for him. Happy for
Good
him.
for him. I'm not too sure if there's like some discussion of whether or not he has a non-compete clause or not. I mean, obviously he didn't appear on Raw, so it's very
Takes
it's questionable. So yeah,
takes time to ink out a deal. I mean,
it's true. But I mean, on that exact it was on that exact day I think that it was announced. So
yeah, it takes a minute.
takes a minute exactly. Although Ricky Starks did appear on NXT after he was released, exactly the
That's
day after.
that's pretty true, I guess.
So it was not out of the ordinary. However, that did not happen.
I know you're not wrong. You're not wrong about that.
So I mean, honestly, I'm looking forward. Ray Phoenix is the best luchador in the world. He is.
Only thing is, I mean, if he comes to Raw, right? Does that mean that Penta gets relegated to the tag division now?
100%. This is what's gonna happen.
That's tough. That's pretty tough.
I mean, look, I wish AEW did more with Penta as a singles person, or Ray Phoenix, exactly. But they didn't do that with either of them. Ray Phoenix was the closest they got to a singles run with either of them.
You know what? Their time in AEW started off pretty good. Towards the end, didn't go the best. I'm not gonna say it was fully AEW's fault or Penta's. It's just both sides did stuff. And you know what? Now we're here.
Yeah, now we're here, and here's what it is. Now Penta's out here. He's a star. Obviously, he's a star. He's got pyro. He's got fucking. He's dancing. He's got a cool little theme song.
Yeah,
Now,
man. He
what's
has
Ray
an entrance.
Phoenix gonna show up and look like?
I think he just comes out, and every time he comes out, there's at least two separate buildings being blown up, abandoned buildings, of course, to signify that he's arrived.
Oh, he's in the straight jacket. He's in the straight jacket. He's
He's
trying
in
to
this
get out.
picture.
He's trying to get out. It's like dark.
Every time he shows up, he must do a Harry Houdini escape trip from a straitjacket.
Exactly. A little magic show.
He has to do a magic show. He's a magician now. That's his gimmick.
The top hat. He's gonna have a top hat.
He must wear a top hat and a cape. Yes, this
And
is
the bunny
mandatory.
has to be inside.
Yep, has to be somewhere, and
And we'll get him.
in a way that'll make Tony Khan say, "Hey, buddy, I bet you wish you stayed over here now, huh?"
And then Ray Phoenix is gonna be on Chris Van Vliet complaining about how the bunny was shitting on his head.
Complaining about how WWE feels like a prison and he hates it here. Yeah,
They made me wear a hat with a bunny in my head.
got this idea from two fucking idiots from Staten Island. Now they won't stop making me do this.
All because of some stupid podcast war.
They should have just left the recap alone.
Exactly. That was the worst times to be a wrestling fan.
Yeah,
Was when the
terrible time,
recap wars happened. The recap wars started.
brutal time, absolutely insane, tough.
Just like 2K DLC, very tough.
This one's a tough one. Seen a lot of opinions on this. It's either you like it or you don't love it. There's really no in between, I feel, on this one. It's not, and I won't lie to you, it's not the best. It's also not the worst. But there's some good stuff in here. Can't lie to you.
I think it's good. I liked it when I read it. I did. I
I
mean,
like
having Abyss in there is cool.
I liked a good part of it. We're gonna go over it pack by pack, and we're gonna talk about it.
Yo,
But
pack these.
I am gonna unpack. I'm gonna unpack this. That's what I'm gonna do.
You just
I
edit the word I just said.
I edited it. We're doing it.
All right, Elon Musk, whatever.
Don't appreciate the comparison.
Well, he made the edit feature on Twitter.
All right. Well, thank you for the
See,
clarification.
I'm Twitter what's it called when you're like smart?
And if you're,
Extra,
if you're gonna do
extra,
if you're gonna do the
exus,
joke, at least make it make sense, buddy.
Twitter exustist.
It's rough for you. Rough day for you.
Exustist actually makes sense, so I'm gonna go with it.
Triple H really messing you up over there, damn.
Yeah, Triple H wishes he could.
Triple H doesn't have to wish he's doing it, man. God, destroying you.
I just invented a new word, exustist.
I think you're like 5 flip ups away from having a stroke. God, this is rough.
Exustist is the best.
It's got you so bad you're switching between languages. I think I don't even know what that one is.
That's a fucking English word I just created.
That
Okay,
doesn't
it's like the
sound like an
letter
English
X,
word.
ustis.
It sounds like some weird amalgamation of Spanish and English.
It kind of like a little bit of what's the Roman language? Maybe I don't know.
Oh, what you think it's like a Shakespeare name? That's what actually. Yeah, no, it's like a Shakespeare name you just created. That's what that sounds like.
Yeah, it's like a Shakespeare name. You're right. You actually are right about that.
But anyway, let's get to this here. First pack, probably the best pack in the DLC. We got the new wave pack coming in May 2025. Has the Motor City Machine Guns, Julia, Stephanie Vaquer, and special celebrity guest to be announced, whatever that means.
Actual celebrity guest to be announced. I don't know who the fuck that could be.
It's probably going to be someone stupid like KSI.
And it's gonna be KSI. You're right.
It's KSI or
Oh,
Speed. It's one of those two.
it's Speed would be cool. I actually think Speed makes more sense.
It's gonna be one of those two, and I
He
don't.
appeared, Speed in the Prime Battle?
If it's not speed in the prime bottle, you can keep it. Honestly, I don't want it.
Speed in the Prime Battle.
It's not him in the prime bottle costume, then I don't want any of what it
Yeah, exactly.
is. Next up, we got.
MCMG. I feel like MCMG should just be in the game.
I feel like I'm not gonna hold you on that one. I guess they came in a little bit too late to get put in the game. Maybe that's the only thing I could think of. That maybe that's why.
And Julia, you said?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Julia and Stephanie Vaquer.
those kind of make a little bit of sense. I don't know.
I mean, honestly, if you look at all the packs combined, this is probably the best one. Only one comes close to it, but you know.
Yeah.
Next up, probably the worst pack here, which is Abyss, which is awesome. Nothing against that. That's really cool to see a TNA wrestler in a WWE game. Great Khali. And then the bad part, which is 3 NBA stars to be announced.
3
Like,
NBA
why?
in the game.
3 NBA stars in the game.
Oh, 3 NBA stars. Because they have 2K, the NBA 2K.
This is absolutely fucked, man. You know damn well they put Abyss in this pack just because they knew damn well they weren't selling the 3 NBA stars on their own.
That's true. If you're gonna get a base, you gotta get the 3 NBA stars.
It's so ridiculous. And they put the Great Khali just in the middle of this. Like, man, let the man live.
The Great Khali would be cool. He would be cool.
He is cool.
Yo, Gunther versus the Great Khali?
I don't think that match would go as hard as you think it would go.
Of course it would.
I don't think so.
In 2K, of course it would.
In 2K, not in real life.
That's what I'm saying. In 2K, that's she would go crazy.
But yeah, Duncan Destruction Pack coming out June 2025. I don't. This is probably the worst one.
What is it?
The Dunk and Destruction Pack. That's the name of the one that we were just talking about.
Duncan Destruction Pack. It sounds like a donut pack.
It does sound a little bit like someone's destroying a Dunkin' Donuts. And you know what? That would be more interesting.
A piece of the Dunkin' Donuts.
Abyss, Great Khali, the Dunkin' Donuts mascot, if they have one. I don't know.
That's it. We just came up with an ad for the
You know
a
what? You're
base,
welcome.
a base, the Great Khali, and 3 NBA stars enter a donut shop.
Yeah, it just sounds like the beginning of a really bad joke.
It does, and that's why it works. Okay,
That should be the name of the pack, actually. Abyss, the Great Khali, and a giant donut walk into a coffee shop.
giant
Pack.
donut pack.
Next up, you know what? I like this pack more than I like the first one. Um, New Jack, Jordan Grace, Penta, Bull Nakano, and special celebrity guest to be announced in the Fearless pack coming July 2025.
Jordan Grace, huh? They got Jordan Grace in there.
And Penta. And New Jack. Along with Bull Nakano.
Interesting. New Jack's cool, man. That's crazy.
It's cool to see. It's insane that he's in the game.
Yeah, it's crazy. I can do so many extreme matches with him alone.
Did a man that come close to murdering multiple people in the ring.
That's what I'm gonna
Is
do. I'm gonna play as him and then try and kill people.
the thing is, do they have like hit like a knife or a fork in the game? I don't think so.
No, so I'm gonna have to use a kendo stick.
And I think it mods.
I'm gonna have to use that kendo stick.
I guess. I guess so. But
Classic
yeah,
WWE weapon.
this is a fun pack. I like this one.
Yeah, of course.
Next up, we have the Attitude Era Superstars pack, September 2025. You get D'Lo Brown, the New Age Outlaws, Victoria, and Mark Henry.
Yeah, but
It,
Mark Henry is in the game.
it's so weird
I
having
thought
to
he okay.
pay.
So did he get released from AEW?
No, did he?
And Billy, wait, hold on. What is this pack?
The Attitude Era Superstars pack.
Okay. Yeah, what the hell?
I thought he was still employed by them. I don't think he got released.
Like, what does he do there though?
I don't know. I haven't watched it in like a year.
He was a commentator before.
No, he just had the catchphrase, "Let's get to the main event" or something like that.
Oh, you're right. He was an interview and he said, "Let's something about the main event."
Yeah, I think he's still
That
employed
was the
there.
best part of the show, actually. That's why they should have stayed. He should have stayed on that show.
Oh no, his contract ended May 28th of last year.
No wonder he's been showing up.
That explains a lot, actually.
Yeah.
So yeah, but Billy Gunn, I think, is still employed by AEW.
Yeah, like why is he in the game?
I guess they worked out a special Legends deal, maybe.
That just sounds weird, huh?
Does maybe as a maybe Triple H just said, "Hey man, can you do it?" And he's like, "Yeah, fine." They worked out a deal. Who knows?
I wonder no wonder Ricky Stark showed up in WWE. And I'm kidding, I'm kidding.
I'm surprised that they're not making him a DLC character.
Yeah, it is true. It is true.
That's kind of nuts, but whatever.
Ricky Starks did show up very recently though.
It's kind of crazy. I mean, if even then, though, you still could have done that TNA back if you wanted to. They just didn't. Whatever.
It is what it is. What you can do?
I would
I mean
happily throw out.
TNA, I think they're still working on TNA back.
I would happily throw out the Duncan Destruction pack. Keep Abyss in there. Put the Hardys in there. Put uh Joe Hendry in there. Put Jordan Grace in there just because. Come on.
Yeah, forget the reason the bass is in there is because he works for WWE.
Yeah, he does. Technically,
And
backstage.
Jordan Grace as well.
No, and then our last pack is Saturday night's main event pack, November 2025. Jesse Ventura, Mr. Wonderful, Paul Orndorff, Tito Santana, Junkyard Dog, and Sid Justice.
Ain't nobody buying this pack.
Most likely not. I doubt it. But you
Maybe
know
for
what?
Sid Justice.
I don't know about that. I'd say for Jesse Ventura, if anything,
Why the fuck would they want Jesse Ventura?
because he's been showing up recently on Saturday night's main event.
Damn, I have to play against him and New Jack. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, you don't want to do that match?
Of course I do. Well, who do you think I am?
I don't know. You sounded very sarcastic about it. I
I'm
gotta
going
check.
to war. I'm going to war with Triple H over here.
I mean, if you're going to war, then you want New Jack, sure.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
I'm just saying, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
I guess that's pretty much it for that. Overall, I mean, how do you feel about this whole thing overall?
I thought it was a good list of certain people, but I mean, for like whole packs, some of them didn't make sense.
I would say there is the Fearless pack and the New Wave pack are the only ones I actively want.
Yeah. I want a base and I want New Jack.
I would honestly not get the Duncan Destruction pack if I wasn't gonna get the season pass. I would just get the first and third one. I wouldn't touch that one even for Abyss.
I definitely would. I 100% would.
Because I
Yo,
don't want.
imagine a fucking story creation mode with these people.
Yeah, and that's really cool, but like who wants fucking Carmelo Anthony in a WWE game?
He's not gonna be in the WWE.
Yeah, there'll be some random guy, like that's currently there, but you know what I mean?
No.
You get what I'm saying.
Yeah, I get it. I understand.
Yeah, that I think it's 2 out of 5, maybe 3 out of 5 for the ads that are back. I'm not
It's nice.
crazy about some of the others there, but there's 2 packs in there I really like.
Yeah, I mean, definitely, I definitely would agree. I'm not crazy about all of them, but some of them, sure. Why not?
But please let us know what you guys think down below about the 2K DLC. In the meantime, what else we got here to talk about?
I just seen before I got on here, Ric Flair, he just said, he thought he was done. Well, he's not done because he said he will step in the way of John Cena for him to
And,
not get his 17th championship.
and before we got on here, I told you that Ric Flair would step in the way of a tactical nuke if it meant he could be relevant again.
Exactly. I'm just envisioning though, so Ric Flair standing in front of John Cena and being like, "You gotta go through me first," and then John Cena just running through him and killing him.
Yeah, pretty much. That's how that would go.
Exactly. That's exactly what Ric Flair wants too.
He would he would happily die in the ring if it meant he got to be relevant one more time.
100%. That's what he wants to do, man. He had his last match. Is what it is,
Had his
and
quote unquote last match, yes.
he's ready to go again. He's ready to go again.
Someone needs to talk to this man and explain the definition of the word last.
Latin, man, Latin.
What's that mean?
I said Roman earlier, but Latin was what I was thinking of. Boom. I'm a genius. You know what I mean? That's what I say to myself sometimes. I'm like, I'm a genius
Okay.
because I think of things. I remember stuff.
All right. Understandable. I
Anyway,
don't know what to say to that. I mean, it's a completely different topic.
yeah, Triple H couldn't do that. I'm just saying
Triple H could not have such schizophrenic thought if he tried.
he couldn't have said couldn't have corrected himself. That's for sure.
Maybe he could. I don't know. I really don't know.
He doesn't. He just says shit that he doesn't believe, bro.
I feel like you're just making stuff up now about Triple H.
I'm saying it how it is, right?
You're saying how you feel it is, but you're just saying these things.
Yeah. Well, I don't know why you're not insulted, all right? That's crazy.
You're saying these things to say things.
Like, why are you not insulted? He's jacking your shit. He's stealing your whole shit, the whole flow, word for word, bar for bar. You don't care.
Because at the end of the day, if you wanted to come in here and take Wrassle Recaps and take that, I mean, realistically, we have no ground to stand on.
I mean, sure. You're just gonna let him have it though.
I mean, what are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do? You gonna stand up to that? Jesus Christ.
What are you gonna do? I mean, really, realistically, we have no ground to stand on.
Of course we do. We made all this content. Us.
Whatever you say.
We made our content. We made the logo. We made this and that. Wrassle Recap.
But look, listen. Speaking of news that I feel is interesting, WWE is planning to bring back the Evolution pay-per-view.
And why do you feel this is interesting?
Because it hasn't been a thing in like 6 years. What do you mean? Why do I think it's interesting?
I don't know. Evolution really rhymes with revolution. You know,
Yeah, they should run it actually this weekend.
they sure they should.
I mean, that'd be fun. Why not? I guess.
What even is happening at Revolution?
There's 9 matches.
About 9 matches?
Uh, there's Ricochet and Swerve. There's Cope and Moxley. There's there's Omega and Takeshita, I believe. Kyle Fletcher versus Will Ospreay, the steel cage. The Outrunners versus whoever's the tag team champions right now. Um, Trying to think here. I'm gonna have to look it up so I can remember.
How do you remember all that from your top of your head?
Cause I've seen it around. Like I know some of the stuff. I don't know a lot of it. I know some of it.
It does not sound interesting though.
Oh, Hangman versus MJF, I think, is on that show too.
Oh, cool.
I'm not saying that's worth the money. I'm just saying that's also happening.
Look, man, it doesn't sound that interesting. I know people are saying it's gonna be a good show. I have
I'm
no
sure it
idea.
will be. Like I'm sure it
I'm
will be.
sure it probably will be, but it just doesn't seem like it would be.
I just, you know what, it is what it is. Let's see what the rest of it is that I missed. Oh, here we go. The pre-show. Big Boom AJ and Orange Cassidy,
Yeah, let's go.
along with Mark Briscoe, take with Big Justice. How can I forget with Big Justice?
Okay, hold on. That gets 5 big booms. Boom, boom, boom. I lost my count. Was that 5?
Not even close. I hope you're proud of yourself.
God damn it.
So the official card is those guys having a 6-man tag against Maximum Male Models and Johnny TV. The Kyle Fletcher match, Okada
Wait,
versus
Johnny
Brody
TV is
King.
Johnny Nitro.
Yes.
He's Johnny Morrison.
Yep.
Okay.
Before you even ask it, yes, it is also Johnny Impact.
Right, I forgot about that one.
So then you also got Okada versus Brody King, a singles match for the AW Continental Championship. MJF versus Hangman, Hurt Syndicate versus the Outrunners, Mercedes Monet versus Momo Watanabe, um, Swerve Strickland versus Ricochet, Timeless Tony Storm versus Mariah May, Falls Count Anywhere, Keshta versus Kenny, and then Moxley and Cope.
Yeah, some good ones on there. Some good matches. The
My
Cash vs.
thing,
Kane is gonna be really good.
I know there'll be some great matches on the show, and look, I would watch it. The thing is, not only is it $50, and I don't love paying $50 for wrestling shows, especially because I'm used to the Peacock way and the network way of just not having to do that anymore. Also, these shows, they're too packed with things, and I every time, no matter what, I get tired by hour three.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. These shows are too damn long.
Dude,
And you
they
know
start at
what?
eight
I feel
o'clock.
like I feel like WWE's length of pay per view is good. I mean, people are complaining about it, but I think it's good.
No, because look, they're 3 hours and some change. That's fine. It's perfectly fine.
I think four matches are good are a good amount of matches.
So listen, you think you want a lot of matches on a show, you think you do until you get it. That's what AEW is.
Like motherfucker, like wasn't WWE cramming matches on the show, making it like 7 hours?
You remember, like, look, I got love for WrestleMania 35 because it's my first WrestleMania I went to. I got love for that reason. But I gotta remember that show was like 12, 14 matches long. It was 6 hours. Long ass show.
And now everyone's like, damn, why is it four matches? That's too damn short.
That's what you want, realistically.
Yeah, why is everyone complaining about it? I don't understand.
You don't need a 4+ hour show. You don't need that.
Of course not. But for some reason, Tony Khan thinks everyone wants that.
I don't. I would prefer literally. I would happily pay for if you drop the price by like $20 maybe, right? They said, look, 6 matches, that's it. I would happily buy it.
Are you sure?
I would. I would. Because realistically, yeah, they're great matches, but three of those you could have done on AEW TV.
It's true. That is facts.
Like you needed the Mercedes Monet one on the pay-per-view. Like that had to be there.
What the hell? What's your problem with Mercedes Monet?
The Outrunners match had to be on the pay-per-view.
Yeah, the Outriders are the best thing going.
I'm just saying there's some stuff that could have been on TV.
I get what you're saying, but I'm just not interested really in what the AEW's offering, to be honest.
I'm kind of jaded on them because the last year or two were kind of rough, and I'm just not interested at the moment.
That is true. That is true.
And then to ask me to sit through 4 hours of something I'm not interested in, that's tough.
Too much money, too damn long. Fix
Mhm.
this, Tony Khan.
And with that rant, that's pretty much the end of the Wrassle Recap.
And it might seem like we're on WWE's side with that one.
No, no, I had issues
But
with them
just
too.
remember, we're at war.
Never forget, they have a 3 hour SmackDown, and that's also too long.
Just remember, we're still at war there, Triple H. Your
I
Raw recap will not over succeed against Wrassle Recap. It's not going to happen.
I'm neutral.
I don't know how he's neutral when he's on this show. It really doesn't make sense. I might have to fire him, to be honest.
Well, he ended the show with Craig.
Craig and me are going to have a show. It's going to be called Craig and Vincent Podcast Show.
It's gonna be called CNV, but the C is Craig now.
Chris Van Vliet. No, that's taken.
No, CCV or CVV. Right?
See, why?
No, now I'm doing
Let's
it.
not do that. CVV will do it. No,
This
we're
is
not
a
doing that.
long recording day, and I'm gonna take it home now. Remember to
Hashtag
like.
war. Hashtag recap war
Do not
2025.
hashtag any of this. This is not
Hashtag
necessary.
recap war 2025. Hashtag recap war. Hashtag Wrestle Craps. I hate Triple H.
Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, please. Uh, thank you guys for watching, of course, but let's also don't forget. I'm so thrown off here by this war thing. Um, You know what? I can't remember it. Do you want to take the rest of this?
Bye.